Good morning once again, back. Snowman hanging on in there. It's been absolute, it was -5 last night. I picked my son up from work at 2:30 AM, -5. Absolutely freezing, still not back at work. Van frozen solid, pipes frozen solid, the joys, been a winter cleaner in winter. Anyway, a couple of things I'm going to do today. I need to, in fact I'll shut that, just blow it. I took, because it's been so cold, as everybody knows, I took apart my Big Blue and the pre-filter thing. I took the water out of it. Well, I tipped the Big Blue up to get as much water out of it as possible, and I should I turn this round? I disconnected that because that is absolutely frozen solid, so I'm going to replace that anyway, because look at the colour of that. Absolutely disgusting. Bear in mind that's not been in there a huge amount of time. Goes to show the quality, or the crap quality, Severn Trent water. I'm going to connect it all back up because, as we all know, in fact I'm going to take that because I might need that rubber bit. Get out of here before I trip up. The ongoing saga of the skimmer, which massively documented last year, and it leaking somewhere. Been losing a bit of water obviously, and through the drum cleaning. The top up's been off for a couple of weeks near enough, and I've lost quite a bit of water actually. You can see it's an inch of water which I've not replaced, so I'm going to get that back on now to top it back up to where it should be. I might leave the lid open, give them a bit of fresh air. And just have a quick check in here. Everything looking as it should, nothing frozen, does it? Yeah, drum still works, as in nothing frozen solid. I've actually got some insulation on that pipe because that did freeze a few years back. If you've been with me a while, you'll remember that saga. So yeah, I'm going to get a new pre-filter in there. Going to get that out of there. I'm not sure if I'll need that. We'll have to put that in the sink, I think. And get it on and running for a bit, just to top it up. That is as long as, hopefully, I've got some of them pre-filters in here. Alright, I'll get my box down, my koi spare bits, which obviously is going to be at the bottom. It's that one or that one. Could even be that one. Put all that junk there. Get all that off and dig that out. Right, back in a bit. Sun. So I've got my thing. Obviously new one, used one. I just can't believe how minging that is. I can't even, it's not had a ton of water go through it. It just goes to show you how crappy the water can be. Anyway. And that thing, like I said, was on the bottom. You can't see because of the sun. It was actually ice. It wasn't a rubber thing or whatever it was. So yeah, nice and easy, isn't it? We all know. No nut in there. handy little hanging spot for that. There. Put that back. Plug this in. Hopefully that's not frozen. That's all connected. So yeah, all I did with the big blue, I just tilted it on its side, as you can see by the outer case getting scratched, just to get some of the water out that was in it. Yeah, I know I said I was going to lag it, but you know, it's one of those things that I never got round to doing, like most things. But it will be inside next winter, so not an issue. Right, let's go and plug it in, see if we get any water coming out. I'm going to pick that up now because that'll be there forever otherwise. I'll turn it on. What's going on there? Turn it on full because it's got to fill up the big blue, and then if we've got water coming out, should have. At some point. Here we go. There's a bit of ice in the pipe, I'll do it chugging, that'll come through. Right. There we go, that was the ice. I heard that. Yep. Right. Let's turn the water down now. Job done. Got a job done. What I'm going to do in a minute, actually, I'm going to have another bash at clearing a bit around my Acer tree that I want to save behind there. Get my pickaxe out. More than likely, it's going to be -4, -5 again tonight. I doubt if I'm working tomorrow again. The joys of winter. So, need an inside job. Right, I'll pick you up in a bit. See you later. Still hanging on in there. Just about. Anyway, good morning on another absolutely bitterly freezing weekend. So the plan is I'm going to defrost my van. The weather temperatures for next week look unbelievable. It's practically going to be summer. 12, 13, 14 degrees. Thank goodness. Man in my pocket's freezing. I'm going to have another go at finishing getting that Acer out. See if I can get that done today, hopefully, and removed to where I want it to live permanently, over there. Probably, if I can be bothered, to move a little bit more soil up the back end of the garden. Everything's dry. I'm going to slip over on this. Good. Probably there's still bits of snow everywhere. That shows you how cold it is. So yeah, finish digging that out. A bit more soil, and then in fact, before I do anything, as I said, I've got to sort my van out. So I'll go back to work next week and earn some pennies to pay for all of this craziness that is koi keeping. Anyway, so I'm going to put you down, go and see if my van works, and then dig for victory, dig for Acer. Right, catch you in a bit. That didn't take long. Not cold now. A few barrelfuls of muck. Warm you up. So I'm just thinking, obviously this tree likes where it is. This isn't a gardening channel, by the way, but this is part of all the stuff I'm doing. So yeah, the tree likes where it is, doesn't it? So I think what I'm going to do, all the soil that I'm digging from around it, I'm actually going to pile up roughly where I want to put the tree. So I'm planting it back in the soil that it likes. My limited knowledge of Acer trees, they do like a acid soil, ericaceous kind of stuff. So I'm going to stick with this sort, whether or not, I don't know what my soil is, I've got no idea. I literally just bought it and planted it. I never expected it to get quite as big. So obviously I do want to keep it, and I think using the soil that I've dug out from around it is probably a wise move in my quest to keep the thing alive. So yeah, and it means I haven't got to walk to the halfway down the garden to pour it in where I've started pouring it all in the mud. Still pretty rock solid though. So yeah, I'm probably not even halfway yet. I've started to dig under it a bit. I need to get in there and get round the back of it really to see if I can free it up. Ideally want to do it today since I've got all of this exposed now, so I don't know whether that will ruin its chances anymore, having all the roots out for any length of time, but yeah. And then just looking ahead, bamboo, I think I might wait for that till the digger, because that is a beast now. Literally planted it, it's just like a tuft, and that's 6 foot tall now and probably 4 or 5 feet wide. And then all these rocks, which I haven't got a clue what I'm doing with, so I'm just piling up, and I'll make that decision as and when I'm doing stuff. It's like going back to day one. Exactly the point of, I suppose, if you're going to do it, you should do it right first time. Because if I'd have done what I contemplated doing, which was putting a shed back here and not having the mud, if I'd have disposed of all of this when I dug the pond originally and I had a shed here, how much easier would it have been? I'd have only had to excavate a depth where I wanted the footings for the filter room to be, and then the floor level, rather than at the minute, and pretty much redigging the pond out, albeit the stuff that I've moved from the pond. I don't know, I'm going mental. It's cold, even though I'm not that cold, but it's cold. My nose is running. Wind is cold. It's grim. It was raining a minute ago. Anyway, so that's where it's at. So yeah, wise move or not, it's what I'm doing. Right, it's going to be one of those welcome to the digging channel videos, isn't it? Catch you in a bit. We're getting there, look. Got some movement now. I just need to get over the back there. Have a bit of a dig out under there. I think we're going to be able to get it out. So hopefully I've got enough out to save the thing. Someone suggested giving it a bit of a trim up as well. I haven't got a clue how to trim it. The only thing that I do normally do is all these, on the smaller ones, is just cut off these white dead bits really, I presume. I was probably just lazy, I could probably just research it. But anyway, nearly there. Another 10 or 15 minutes, I think I'll have it out. Joy, so I've got to try and drag it. I haven't even thought about that. I might be able to lift it up and get it in the barrow actually, but we'll see. Right, I keep stopping to pick up the GoPro, film some little things in chat, which I'm probably not going to include, but I'm just putting it the inevitable off. I just need to get on with it. Typical me. Anything for a break. In fact, it's probably cup of tea time soon. It must be nearly lunchtime. That I could probably waste 2 hours inside then and come out when it's dark. Anyway, catch you in a bit. Finally, to myself in the eye. Right, got to try and drag it up there now. I'm going to drag it over there, get something to eat, and then come back out. So I'm peed off. It's probably taking me about an hour But you know what it's like when you're doing something, it always feels longer than the actual time's passed. Might even be an hour actually. Yeah, 1 o'clock. So sorry, just looking at my phone. Easily distracted again. Yeah, I'm going to drag it over there, go inside, get something to eat, come back out and get some soil around it. I'm now thinking, just hope I get it in the right place, because obviously I don't want to have to move it again. Well, it won't be this year, will it? It'll probably have to be next year if it is, so not really a lot I can do. So just, I'll drag it over there and I'll have a look and then see what I think looks best. But I don't have imagination for that kind of stuff. So presume once it's in there, it's staying. Anyway, right. Muscle power. Let's get it dragged. Catch you in a bit. Gone. I've got to dig another hole now to put it in. So take that and that. So the plan here, as you probably know, so I'm going to have a retaining-y kind of, I say wall, probably going to make it out the rest of the sleepers here, and then this big square here is going to be planted, and I'm thinking I'm going to put the tree in the corner up the top here. I'm going to have a little path that goes up onto the raised bit here, and then there's going to be a walkway all the way down the bottom where I'll keep me grass cuttings and junk. So yeah, dig a hole. I've got some compost over here actually. I'll drag that over as well. Dig another hole. It started raining. It's fabulous. In fact, is that? That's empty. There's some acacias there. I'll drag that over. In fact, there's another one there. Get that over. Dig a hole. Go in, because it's absolutely freezing. Now it's raining, so could have just stayed inside really, but no, new year, new me. Right, catch you later. And finally it's in, sort of where I wanted it ish. So I've got a line here that'll be from where the sleeper retaining bit will be, along that line here. The ground is absolutely rock hard. I was going to try and chisel it a bit out with the pickaxe, but I'm going to give up now. It's raining. I've had enough. That was a ball ache, but at least we've achieved something. I'm not sure if I mentioned as well, I've got a couple of other bits out. I've got that out, whatever it is, as well the other week. And there's a few things planted up very at the end. So, you know, save a few quid on some plants if it survives. Yeah, happy with that. Right, it's raining, I'm getting wet. I'm going in. I've literally had enough today. I've been a machine today. Anyway, right, shut the garage, go inside, prepare for work tomorrow. The joys. Anyway, see ya. Oh dear. That's all that's left of the snowman. Pay respects. Good afternoon. We're back. Oh, I was going to quickly show you. Try not to put my face in the camera too close. I've got a little box of goodies. So, a fellow YouTube blogger, vlogger of koi things, Martin from Koi. Let me get this right. Koi Plants and Rants. Koi Water Plants and Rants. Sent me a little sent me a little what do we want to call it, care package. It's got me a mug. Thank you very much, Martin. And I've also got a little box of other bits and bobs there, just to help me along the way when I'm doing my rebuild. Thank you very much for that, most grateful. Martin does have a channel of the same name, Koi Water Plants and Rants. Pop over, have a look. He's desperately trying to get to 1,000 subs, so if you like what you see, hit him up for a subscription. Yeah, and thank you. And the sweets, I'm going to go down the tree. Thank you very much. You can probably hear. Heat it back on. Trying to get up to, I'm not sure what it's at. Let me have a look. Pond water was at 7 degrees yesterday. I'll put it up 2 degrees yesterday and another 2 today. Yep, we're at 11 degrees. I'm probably not going to see that because it's bright and sunny. I'm going to get up to 15 over the course of the weekend, another couple of degrees a day. Just to get back on track with looking after my fishes. Still haven't put any food in, so they haven't had any food now since early December. But obviously now the water's going to be warming up a little bit, they're going to be looking for stuff, so I am going to be trickling in some food. Need to give them all a once over just to make sure everybody's okay. Been a bit neglected, if I'm honest. Been a bit busy with work, bits around the garden, and it's been absolutely, as we know, freezing over the past few weeks, if not a month. But yeah, but now there's a little bit of daytime and a bit of evening warmth. Heat it back on, and then get that temp straight back up to a decent level. Plans for this weekend, a bit more digging, get some more of this stuff done. I haven't checked my tree actually since last week. I know you saw at the start of this, but it was a week ago that I moved it. Just desperately hope that it will survive. There's no buds or anything on it, it's not looking horrible, and we'll see. Haven't got a clue what I'm looking for. Anyway, so that's where we're at with that. And finally, before I say goodbye, a massive thank you to everybody that placed an order from my online koi shop. Thank you very, very much. Hope you like your t-shirt. It's actually a limited edition one. I'm not going to be doing that exact design again. I have still got some left if you want one. I've got medium, large and extra large, so pop along to the store and order them and I'll get them out next week. Sold a few other bits and bobs as well. Hopefully everyone received them the last few days, so that's really good. I've got another, I say merch drop, I've got a load of other merch in production and being sorted, but more on that when I get that finally sorted. So keep your eyes out, pop over to the website. I know I've had quite a few people sign up for me newsletter on there, so get your email address in, and I'm gonna probably do once a month general kind of newsletter on how things have been going and what I've been getting up to, as well as anything that I'm getting added to the shop, because I do want to get some bits, bobs and all sorts within the shop that I've got online there. Make a few pennies, put it back into the pond, and just have some merch with the Koi Diary's name on it. It's going to be awesome. So yes, thanks for watching this week. Hopefully now it's all sort of weather picking up, even though this morning absolutely soaked. Hopefully now the weather's going to be picking up a bit, fish a bit more active with my heater back, get some food on, start getting some final decisions on sizes and things with regards to my new filter room. I know someone mentioned before, it's a bit like building a pond, and you want to go as big as you can, and I do want to go mammoth if I can, but I need to finish just clearing the site so I can get a decent measure tape in there and see. And then I've got Lee coming down at some point to have a final chat about everything and probably tell me it's going to cost more than what we initially spoke about. But anyway, that's my problem, not yours. yeah, so thanks for watching. Catch you next week again, no doubt. I'd like to try and get back to doing a weekly one, if not the week after, and I'll see you soon. Bye.